Camp Chateaugay Reunion 2013! Woo! Camp Chateaugay Reunion 2013! Woohoo!
Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. And although this wave is stringing us along, just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to this.
It's oh so quiet. Shh, shh. It's oh so still. Shh, shh. You're all alone. Shh, shh. And so peaceful until you fall in love. Simple, the sky up above. Simple is caving in. Wow!
Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down? And mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call, baby, when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. I'll be over at 10, you told me time and again, but you're late. I wait around and then I run to the door. I can't take anymore. It's not you, you let me down again. Baby, baby, try to find a little time and I'll make you happy. I'll be home, I'll be beside the phone waiting for you. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down? And mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call, baby, when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. You are my toy, but I could be the boy you adore if you just let me know. Although you are true, I'm attracted to you all the more. Why do I need you so? Baby, baby, try to find a little time and I'll make you happy. I'll be home, I'll be beside the phone waiting for you. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down? And mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call, baby, when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. Oh, what a night. Late December back in '63.
the first thing that we wanted to say, or that I wanted to say, is that I came to Camp Chateaugay in 1995 as a little dip. Prior to that, I had been to a camp in Canada that will remain nameless, and the counselors were really, really mean to me, and I was the most shy kid, and it was a terrible, terrible experience. I come to Chateaugay with my best friend and cousin Susie, and Hope is our counselor, our first year in Little Dips. And Hope was the nicest, most caring, most amazing counselor, and I came out of my shell, and I went from being this really, really shy, awkward kid to a bit loud and obnoxious, but she made me...
Oh, but that's who I like!
But no, she made me very comfortable with myself, and I really think I'm the person I am today because of Hope. No joke.
After camp, we recorded a bunch of weird, awkward videos because we were 12-year-old awkward girls. And
Best video I've ever
on
gotten in my entire
VHS,
life.
and we mailed them.
They did a fashion show, and they pretended that they were me and my boyfriend, and pretended to make out.
His name was Larry, and he was the
Jim.
counselor
Oh.
of G Heights.
It was Larry.
Do you want to hear the Larry song? You want to hear
No,
the
I
Larry
don't.
song?
What's Larry's song?
Larry is the counselor of G Heights. He does rock climbing, and he's not afraid of heights.
And you on the at camp in the skit when it was like, if I were not a counselor, a camper, I'd be. Everyone picked one camper, and you said Susie Kisner and Kim Heilpernot would be.
We were attached to
You
Yeah,
can't
you can't
can't pick one without the other. No.
I love you, girl.
Love you too. My name is Susie, and this is Danny, and this is baby Noah. And Danny and I met working at Camp Chateaugay in 2004. And I had been a camper here and had come here pretty much all my life. And Danny's best friend Matt brought him to camp, and we met on the first night.
And we've been together for 9 years now.
Mm-hmm.
We got married 3 years ago, and we've had this guy for a year. And he will be a future camper of Chateaugay.
And it's really great to be back at the reunion and see all of our friends and to kind of show Noah where it all started. And we hope we can keep coming back with him too.
So I started at Chateaugay in 1992 as a whip, and I went all the way through 2 years at K-Staff and 2 years as a canoe instructor, which I shouldn't have been allowed to do. And I feel like I love Chateaugay. I talk about it all the time. It's definitely changed who I am. And I get to say that when I was 11, I met my two best friends, and they're still my best friends. And even though one of them lives across the country, they're with me forever, and it's because of Chateaugay.
Hi, Jason Schuker. Went to camp for about 15 years, F-Men 82 and beyond. And I was asked to tell a story, and I was thinking about my staff years, my head staff years, some of my wilderness years, but I want to go all the way back to 1982 when we used to do something called Twilight Hour, which was before evening activity, and Twilight Hour leagues. And everyone was in a softball, soccer, or even a kickball league. And I was an F-man, so I was 9 years old, and I was in the kickball league. And it came down to the championship, and lo and behold, as much as any kid could hope for, it was a bottom of the ninth, 2 out, bases loaded scenario, and I came up to the plate, and the whole camp started singing Super Schuker, Super Schuker, Super Schuker, Super Schuker, and the ball rolled up, and I kicked it as hard as my little feet would kick it, and we won the game. And that might seem like a little kind of, I don't know, like too idealistic or whatever, but it was a great moment for me in camp, and it made me feel really good. And that was the end of my first summer, and that probably is what kept me coming back for years and years and years. And I just loved being here ever since then. So Camp Chateaugay 2013 alumni reunion. It's awesome to be here with all these great people, and over these last 31 years, been a big part of my life.
So my name is Katie Fitz, and I was a counselor here from 04, 05 through 07. And I used to come up to Lake Chateaugay with my family every summer, and we essentially had our own camp going on over there a little ways near the sandbar. And my cousins and my sister and I, we would love to go out in the rowboat and just row around and fight. And it was just so much fun for us to just fight. Well, one day when we're right out here in the middle of one of our fights, we drop a paddle. And the camp was in the middle of Carnival Day, and they had these huge rides set up. And I mean, it was just madness. People were wearing crazy costumes. Their faces were painted. They were like eating corn out of their hands, and it was so barbaric and so funny. And someone was standing right here, one of the counselors, and they look at us spinning in circles in a rowboat, and they were like, could you come in? Come in. They were like, what's happening to you right now? Like, what's going on? And we're just like, we're stuck. And they go, okay, well, stay here until you're all right. And so we're like, yes. And the four of us just like run around and we do all the like different weird things that they had going on. And then eventually we're just like, well, we don't know what to do. So we just got back in our one paddle rowboat and like paddled away really awkwardly. But it was such an amazing first impression of camp because I saw so much spirit and energy and just kind of magic in this place that years later I said I have to come back here as a counselor, So I feel very lucky that that was my first experience and that it was overwhelming and extreme and made me fall in love with camp and just drew me in to have to come back here years later. So that's my story.
So we were all here from 1982 until 1990, and then some people came back after 1990, and we love camp. We're still here.
And we can't stop swaying because we love it here so much.
We're the campers who sway.
So I think there were 9 girls in our bunk in halos, and here we are representing
right here, how many years later?
Yeah.
Pick a cabin that shines from day to day. There is no doubt that you would say the little dips of Chateaugay.
Okay.
Sing little dips of Chateaugay. Singing Sari, Jennifer, Suzanne, Rochelle, and Jill. Catherine, 2 Karas, and Amy. Our counselor is Lisa Abbey.